Okay, folks, here we go with Isle of Skye, from Chieftain to King. Now, the first thing each player wants to do is choose a player shield, a scoring token, and a landscape tile with a castle on it. Okay, as you can see, it's got the castle on one side. Flip it over, it's got some landscape and the castle in the center. Okay, you want to choose one of those of their color along with one of these axe tokens. I'm just going to put them off to the side for a minute, but let's talk about the shield for a second. Once they've selected their shield components, they want to put their shield together. And it's a matter of simply sliding the cardboard pieces in and locking them together. Okay, if you take notice on the back, it will give you the different phases of the game, which we'll get into during the gameplay. Okay, so that's the first thing I want to do, is grab their shields, tokens, and their castle tile. Alright, now in this game, since it's 2 players, we will be using 2 shields, one to cover our money and one to actually use in the bidding and all that. And you'll see how that works in a little bit. Okay, next we want to put the scoreboard down in between everybody, and then we want to look down here in the lower left corner of the board. Okay, and I'll tell you if it's 2 to 4, or if we flip it over, you'll see this one's for 5 players. Okay, we want to select the right number. For this game, it'll be 2 to 4. And we want to take our round marker and place it on the first round there. Next, the game comes with a bunch of these scoring tiles. Okay, and the rules suggest that we start with these 4 scoring tiles first. Okay, this is just the back side of the scoring tiles. This is the front side of the 4 that the game suggests you start your first game with. Okay, grab these 4 or 4 of your choice if you choose to go that route. Return any of the other scoring tiles to the box. They will not be used. And then we're going to put one of these scoring tiles in each of the window spaces up here. Okay, and the rule suggests you put this one in the A slot. Okay, this guy here in the B slot, C slot, and the D slot. Okay, next we're going to put the money out where everybody can reach it. Then we are going to take our landscape tiles here. Okay, there's a bunch of them come in the bag, in the box. Okay, we're going to throw them all in this bag here. All the regular landscape tiles, not the castle landscape tiles, just the regular ones. We're going to throw them in a bag, give the bag a shuffle, place it off to the side for now. Okay, then each player is going to place their score marker on the 0 space of the scoreboard up here. They're going to take their castle landscape tile, place it in front of their shield there, and they're going to take their axe token here and place it behind the shield. Then select the first player. You can do that however you want. The book suggests the youngest player goes first. Give them the first player token, and you are now ready to play Isle of Skye. What are you playing today, Jennifer?
Isle of Skye, from Chieftain to King.
Ooh.
Yeah, exciting.
Yes. What is Isle of Skye, from Chieftain to King?
Isle of Skye is an isle in Scotland, but it's also a game.
It's basically a tile laying
Bidding game?
Yeah, auction.
Yeah, maybe.
So, Jennifer, how do we play? Well, where do we start off with?
Well, it's 5 clans, so up to 5 people, fighting for dominance over the island. We're all on the same island. Only the chieftain who best develops his clan and territory wins. So basically, the person with the most victory points at the end of the game wins. And there are several ways to get points. This is the starter setup here, what the book recommends, the tiles that we have on here. But there's many ways.
Alright, so like Jen said, it's basically what we're doing is building out our kingdom here.
Yeah. And
trying to have the most points at the end of the game to win.
Yeah.
Now, every round, there's
6 rounds in
a 2 to 4 player game,
right.
There's 6 rounds. And how many phases in the game was there?
There is 6.
6. So the first one is our income phase. we each start off with a castle, and the castle automatically gives you $5 each round.
Yep.
And then for every whiskey barrel that is connected to your castle by a road, you'll get $1 for each of those whiskey barrels. You'll see that in a few minutes.
Mm-hmm. That doesn't count in the first round.
All right. So we both start off with $5, and you have this screen here where you're going to hold your axe here to cut off one of the 3 tiles that you draw. You're going to get rid of one of these 3 tiles. You'll use that axe to point at which tile behind the shield. Now,
well, first you're going to draw 3 tiles.
Well, yeah, but we got to set up with 2 shields so we don't have to hold the money in our hand the whole game. We'll just place our money behind one of these shields.
Yeah, Barry doesn't like because you have to lift your shield up at one point. I always just kind of scooted mine over and kept my money behind it, but Barry likes to have an extra shield, so that's fine. We can do that.
Yeah, with a 2-player game.
Yeah.
Now, like we said, first stage is income, and then what's the next stage, Jennifer?
Then we take turns drawing 3 tiles.
All right. So Jen decided.
And then we will bid.
Jen decided I'm the first player because I'm the youngest, so I will draw 3 tiles.
Correct. We will draw tiles and then set prices secretly behind our screen.
Right. So the tiles are public knowledge, so we'll set them in front of our screen.
Yes.
Jen will draw some.
Yes. And then when you set the prices for your tiles, you will only set the price for 2, and 1 tile you will use your axe to discard.
Right.
So you have to bid at least 1 coin for every tile.
Correct.
You can't just not bid on the tile.
So now, what's the object of this is these gold tiles. So Jen, why don't you explain what the gold tiles are?
Okay, so the end of round scoring, and each round is different. So the first round we're only going to score A, then B. So each round it changes by, you look down here,
right,
so you know which one. The first round we will be scoring for, so at the end of the round we will get 1 victory point for each sheep and cattle that is orthogonally or diagonally adjacent to your clan territory. To a farm in your clan territory, I'm sorry. And you'll also get 1 victory point for each sheep and cattle that is on a farm tile. So I have a farm tile right here. That building is a farm. There's a cattle. So at the end of the round scoring, I would get, if I win the bid for this tile, I would get 1 victory point for the barrel, which is not part of that tile, but I would get 1 victory point for the...
No, to clarify that, she get 1 victory point for the cattle. She get 1 coin for the barrel.
Oh, 1 coin. I'm sorry. Yeah, I messed up. So I would get, in the end of the round scoring, I would get 1 victory point for my cattle on my farm.
Right, and then any cattle adjacent or orthogonal to that.
If I had purchased
right,
that, I would get
3 victory points. 4. I didn't see the sheep there.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so that's the first one. The next one is the player with the most ships gets 5 points. The second most gets 2 points.
Correct.
What is the C?
You get 2 victory points for each square of 4 landscape tiles. Landscape tiles can be part of multiple squares.
Okay.
So basically, you have to have like that, and then you will get
4 points or 2 points.
Correct.
Okay.
But if you had more spaces, like you had 3 more tiles here, that would be
another 2 points.
Correct.
Okay. And finally, what is D?
D is 3 victory points for each completed area of at least 3 landscape tiles in the clan territory. So this mountain here is a completed landscape. It wouldn't count towards that because it's only 2 tiles. But if I had, say it was completely surrounded by a different type of terrain, that would be considered a complete landscape.
Okay. Yeah, and in the game there's 3 different landscapes. There's grasslands, mountains, and sea spaces.
Correct.
Okay, so there are the goals we're trying to accomplish throughout the game. Now these goals will vary. Like the first round, we're only going to score on A. Second round, we're going to score on B. Round 3, we're going to score on A and C. And so on. All right, so we collect our income. We drew 3 tiles. Now we have to secretly decide which tile we're going to get rid of, which were these 3 tiles in front of our board we're going to get rid of with this axe token. And then we're going to, like Jen said, we're going to put money down on the remaining 2 that we would want to try and keep.
So after we set the prices and get rid of one, you might want to try to save some of your money because you actually can buy a tile from another player.
Correct.
Only one.
Only one tile, and you have to match the price of
Right.
whatever the player set for that tile. Okay, so...
Did you set your prices?
We set the price, which was the 4th step. Now the 5th step is we're going to reveal.
Actually, that's not the 5th step.
That's the 4th step.
Yes.
I'm sorry. Okay, so we're on the 4th step now. We reveal. Jen obviously didn't want her tiles bought. So the tile where the axe is pointing to, we place back in the bag. Okay, and then the remaining tiles, starting with the first player, they could buy one of the opponent's tiles.
Now, Barry still has 3 coins, so he could buy one of my tiles.
I could.
Because he's a jerk.
You got 2 farms there? No.
No.
All right, I'm going to pass.
Oh.
All right, so I could either choose to buy them or pass. I'm going to pass. What do you
I don't have any money, so I'm
going to pass.
going to pass.
So the money for the tiles that weren't bought goes to the bank.
Correct,
If
because you just bought them.
If you had bought a tile from another player, that money would go to the other player.
And then the next step is to build.
Right. So now we build. Now, tile placement is you have to match landscapes with landscapes. Okay, so mountain to mountain. You couldn't have like a mountain to ocean.
No. And roads don't have to connect. You can dead end at any time.
Correct. Okay, so.
But if you want coins for the barrels, the road does have to connect to your castle.
Yes. Okay, so there we go. Place it like that. Okay, so now the 5th phase. Are you done?
Yeah.
Okay, so now the 5th phase is the score. Okay, so like Jen said, you get 1 point.
No, the 5th phase is to build.
6th phase is the score. So like Jen said, in this one we go to tile A, which means you get 1 point for every animal on or adjacent to a tile with a farm. Jennifer.
Yes.
I do not have any farm, so I do not score any points.
Okay, I get 1, 2, 3, 4.
So Jen gets 4 points.
4 points.
Okay, so now we move on to the second round. So we move this up, and then we collect income. So I have a castle, which gives me $5. Then I have 1 whiskey barrel connected to my castle, which gives me 1 more for a total of 6.
Or root beer if you want to make it family friendly.
Yes.
And I have a castle, 5, and 2 root beers.
Okay.
So I will take 7.
Okay. And Jen will be the first player. And then we continue.
Alright, so then we will draw and set prices. Oh, look, there's a Loch Ness Monster.
Loch Ness Monster.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're scoring on tile B, which is the most votes. First player gets 5. Excuse me. Second most gets 2 points. Okay, you ready?
Yes.
Okay, so we reveal. Is it showing up? Okay, so. Alright, so. I'm going to get rid of this one. Okay, Jennifer is first player, so she chooses to buy one or not.
Okay. What do you got? What do you got? Oh, you don't want anybody to buy your stuff. So 4 and 3. I'm gonna pass.
You're gonna pass?
Yeah.
So it's my turn. What do you got? 2 and 3?
Yeah.
Buy the boats.
But this got my Loch Ness Monster on it. Just saying.
Nah, I'm gonna pass. Alright, so now the money goes to the bank since nobody bought anything.
Well, we bought it instead of somebody else buying it.
Right.
Okay.
And then we place.
We do.
Okay, so I think we'll go with that. Alright, so now we score.
Right.
So Jennifer has the least. Oh no, we're tied.
No, we're tied for boats.
So we both get 5 points.
I believe that we do both get 5, and then there wouldn't be a second place.
Yes, I should have bought that one. I didn't realize you already had another boat.
I didn't. I just bought both of those tiles.
Yeah. Alright, so Jen gets 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I get 5.
Yay.
Okay, move up. Now we're scoring on A and C, which is the cattle or sheep adjacent to a farm, and 4 plot tiles.
And also, the player that is in last place after scoring victory points will get an extra coin.
Right.
That's what these are right up here. So the next round's 2, 3, 4.
Right, and that takes after scoring.
Yes.
Before the income. Okay, folks, I'm going to stop the video here. Get gaming. Have fun. Thanks for watching.